Next up, our next speaker is a rather impressive gentleman. He is a very admirable environmentalist, although being an environmentalist is not actually part of his usual day job. It is His All Holiness Ecumenical Patriarch, Bartholomew. He has been a global leader when it comes to religion and the environment since the 1980s. Al Gore gave him a nickname, the Green Patriarch, and to make him feel very at home here in Amsterdam, Crisula is going to invite him onto the stage in a particular way.
Bueno, llévate para que hable. That was great.
Good afternoon, everybody. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend the whole of the Amsterdam International Water Week conference, but on the other hand, I am very happy that I can attend at least the conclusion of the conference and be able to say a few words to such a distinguished gathering like yours. Distinguished organizers, speakers and participants, dear friends, it is indeed a great privilege to attend and speak at this closing plenary session of the Amsterdam International Water Week conference. How encouraging it is to witness individuals and institutions aspiring to global cooperation and integrated solutions, as well as management and security related to a paramount issue of climate change. How inspiring it is to witness here individuals and institutions from all fields of life, from political and civil leaders to corporate and industrial innovators, but also from municipalities and cities to universities and NGOs, addressing water as the most precious resource of our planet. In some ways, you may be wondering why a religious leader is participating at such a seemingly technical or technological event. Why would an Orthodox spiritual religious leader, indeed, why would our friend Cardinal Turkson, representing our dear brother, His Holiness Pope Francis, as spiritual leader of the Roman Catholic Church, be concerned about something so material and so earthly? Indeed, this is the first time, and we pray it is the beginning of a lasting relationship, that the Amsterdam International Water Week has invited religious representatives to contribute to discussions. The truth is that there is a close interdependence between the external environment and our internal environment. So we feel at home among you because by advocating the primacy of spiritual values in determining ecological action, we are proposing that there cannot be two ways of looking at the world. By underlining the sacredness of water as the blood that gives life to world, we are highlighting that water can never be the property of any individual or industry. We have learned that those most harmed by global warming are the most vulnerable and marginalized people, which means that the ecological crisis is directly related to advocating the right to water and to eliminating the scarcity of water. Therefore, clean water is nothing less than a moral crisis and a moral challenge. Permit me to repeat it. Clean water is nothing less than a moral crisis and a moral challenge. The language of science and the enterprise of innovation, the determination of environmentalists, and the initiative of policymakers, all of this energy complements the purpose of theology to open our eyes to the divine mystery and wonder of creation. All shades of human knowledge are completed by the ways of the heart, diverting us from a culture of exploitation and consumerism, while converting us to a culture of gratitude and generosity. In short, our efforts for water management and security, for water distribution and adaptation are ultimately a cry of the human soul that recognizes that water is essentially a gift to be treasured and shared with the entire creation. Our deep-seated conviction is that water is the inviolable and non-negotiable right of every human being and every living thing. Water cradles us from our birth, sustains us in life, and heals us in sickness. It delights us in play, enlivens our spirit, purifies our body, and refreshes our minds. We share the miracle of water with the entire community of life. Indeed, each one of us is a microcosm of the oceans that sustain life. Every person here, every person in the world is, in essence, a miniature ocean. This is precisely why, over 2 decades ago, we declared that for human beings to contaminate the Earth's waters is tantamount to sin. It is the responsibility of us all, as state and religious leaders, as communities and individuals, as corporations and industries, to provide sustainable, clean, and safe water for the future of our cities and citizens, as well as all people and our planet. Such sustainability is not just sound technology, good business, or prudent politics. Such sustainability is the only way toward peaceful coexistence and global survival. We owe it to our world and to future generations, just as we owe it to ourselves and to those who depend on us, not only to act, but to act in partnership in order to sustain the critical resource and common heritage of water. We are wholeheartedly thankful for your commendable endeavors and concerted initiatives, and we are sincerely indebted to you for including and hearing us in the closing session of your conference plenary. Thank you.